students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ghalib's English School. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Trinity College London GESE Grade 5 B1 test of English. We're going to be doing a complete mock test. I'm going to tell you how you fill your form, how you prepare your topic, and I have a very interesting topic for you. So before I start, I would like you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon down below for all the updates. Guys, if you're watching this video and haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because your single click motivates me to come up with a better idea and create a better content. So let's straight jump into that. So here we go, guys. Trinity College GCSE B1 test of English. The exam time is 10 minutes. It has two parts. Part 1 is a topic discussion and part 2 is a conversation phase. So let's begin. So here's an example of the topic form. On the right hand side of the screen, you can see that this is the topic form. Make sure if you are going for a skilled worker visa, this is not the right topic form. This is not the right test pattern. So make sure you follow your own test pattern and your own test form. This is only for GESE Grade 5 B1 test of English, which is required for indefinite leave to remain or British citizenship. Let's have a look. So you need to prepare this topic form in advance. You need to complete this topic form, take it with you to the exam center, and be ready for a discussion. Let's say if you cannot find this topic form anywhere, the best advice is check your email from Trinity College, which is sent to you after your booking. So when you scroll that down, there is an option to download the form. If you cannot download that, still you can go to your test center, report at reception and ask them, could I get a topic form for this test? They will ask you which test you are doing today. So tell them I'm doing GESE Grade 5 B1 test of speaking and listening. They will give you the right form. You can fill it up there and then and take it to your exam room. What happens next? Let's have a look. So in today's video, we're going to discuss a very interesting topic. Let's have a look. So the topic of discussion today is sports in the United Kingdom. My first point is football. My second point is cricket. My third point is rugby. My fourth point is golf. And my fifth point is tennis. These are the famous sports in United Kingdom. So we're going to talk about them. If we talk about sports, sports are very important for our mental health, for physical health, and for overall our emotional and mental and physical well-being. So sports of all kinds, they play an important role in our lives. Sports unite communities, fostering teamwork and resilience that extend beyond the field. Through sports, societies learn discipline, perseverance, and value of hard work. Sports break down barriers, bringing people from different backgrounds together in the spirit of competition. The lessons learned on the field, fair play, respect, and persistence are the foundation of a thriving society. So in these points, we can see that how important are sports in our day-to-day life, whether it's about our physical well-being, emotional well-being, or our mental health. They are extremely important, and I strongly urge and advise everyone who is watching this video, please involve yourself in any kind of physical activity, whether you go to gym, whether you go for a walk, whether you go for a run, whatever, just keep yourself engaged and that will help you a lot. Let's go to next slide. So here we're going to discuss our first point. And the first point is the most famous sport in the UK is football. Your examiner may ask you the question, okay, talk me through your first point, that is football, or tell me something about football. Football is the UK's most popular sport. The first professional football clubs were founded in the late 19th century. In the UK, each country has its own national team. For example, England Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. They have their own separate national teams. They compete with other international teams in the tournaments such as FIFA and UEFA. UK has the honour when England was declared victorious in the World Cup of 1966. People take great pride in supporting their home team, and great rivalry can be witnessed among fans. I'm going to go to the next point, and that is cricket. Let's talk about cricket now. So your examiner can ask you a question. Okay, can you tell me about your second point, which is cricket? Or let's talk about cricket. Or what do you know about cricket? Different types of question. Whatever the question is, you can talk about cricket, which is your second point. Cricket is one of the many famous sports originating in Britain. The Cricket World Cup was contested in England in 1975, and West Indies was the winner. Cricket has Test match, One-Day International, we call them ODI, and T20s. So you can talk about Test matches, you can talk about One-Day International, you can talk about the number of overs each team will play, you can talk about weather condition, or if the weather gets worse, for example, is windy, for example, is raining, so the number of overs, they can be reduced and the target can be lowered based on the run rate percentage. You can talk about T20s, which is very famous. So these are the points you can discuss with the examiner in your point 2 if they ask you. You can also talk about Cricket World Cup is organized by International Cricket Council every 4 years. And the most famous competition is the Ashes, which is a series of test matches played between England and Australia. If you go to third point, sports in the UK, third point is rugby. Your examiner can ask you, can you describe your third point, which is rugby, or describe your third point, or what do you know about rugby? Tell me about that. You can say rugby originated in the early 19th century. There are two different types of rugby, union rugby and league rugby. Both have national teams in England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. The most famous rugby union competition is the Six Nations Championship. It is played between England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France, and Italy. So 3 teams are from United Kingdom and 3 teams are from European Union. The Super League is the most well-known rugby league competition. Now, if you talk about this basic information, you shouldn't be the master of all the detailed information or all the very in-depth knowledge and all that. You shouldn't be doing that. You just tell examiner basic information, because the level you are doing your exam is very basic level, is not like a very advanced level. So take it easy, just give basic information to examiner. Then examiner may ask you, okay, do you like rugby? So you can say, yeah, I love rugby, but my favorite one is, for example, football or cricket or whatever. Let's talk about our next point. The next point in sports we have is golf. Examiner can ask you, what can you tell me about golf? Do you like golf? The modern game of golf can be traced back to 15th century Scotland. It is a famous sport played socially as well as professionally. St Andrews in Scotland is known as the home of golf. The Open Championship is the only major tournament held outside the United States. Different golf courses host this tournament every year. So this is the basic information about golf. You can talk about that. You can tell your examiner that I'm not a big fan of golf, but I can tell you that this is how golf is played. And St Andrews in Scotland is known as the home of golf. And if you talk about the background, the history of this game, we can find most information that it can be traced back to 15th century Scotland. So that's it. Examiner is not going to ask you that, okay, give me very in-depth analysis of this game, how much information you'd know, when was the first golf, for example, match was played, blah, blah, blah. You need to be just talking to examiner with confidence. That's what they expect. That's what they want from you. Let's go to the next point, guys. The next point is in sports, tennis. Examiner can ask you, what do you know about this game? What do you know about tennis? You can say tennis evolved in England in the late 19th century. A little historical background. The first tennis club was founded in Leamington Spa in 1872. The most famous tournament hosted in Britain is the Wimbledon Championship. It is the oldest tennis tournament in the world, as the only Grand Slam event played on grass. So guys, this is the basic information about tennis. You can talk about famous like players of tennis. If examiner asks you, okay, do you play tennis? You can say no. You can say yes. It's up to you. But you can tell them that, yeah, I watch sometimes on TV, sometimes on my phone. So that's it. Remember, examiner not going to be asking you each and every single point from your 5 points. Maybe they can ask you 1, maybe they can ask you 2, maybe sometimes they discuss 3, but most probably they will just choose 1 or couple or 3, and then they will discuss that with you. So these were 5 points about your topic. If we go to part 2 is a conversation phase. Examiner would choose 2 subject areas to have a short conversation with you. So subject areas for the conversation phase are festivals, means of transport, special occasions, for example, birthdays and weddings, entertainment, for example, cinema or TV, music, and recent personal experience. So if examiner chooses any one of these, you can talk about them. If they ask you about festival, you can talk about your country festival. If they ask you about means of transport, which one you prefer, which one you like travel with, you can tell I like to travel by car, by train, by plane, whatever is your favorite. If they talk about birthdays, you can tell about your families, for example, your siblings, your husband, wife, your kids' birthdays. We celebrate like this. Sometimes we celebrate at home, sometimes we book a place in restaurant or somewhere else, and we go there as a family get together and we invite very close family and friends. If you talk about cinema or TV, you can say, oh, sometimes we take our kids, sometimes we take our, like for example, my husband or my wife, as a surprise to cinema to watch some romantic movie or action movie or whatever. Then you can talk about pretty much music. Oh, we listen to music when we go on a long drive. Sometimes I'm alone, I do listen to music. Sometimes I go to gym, I listen to music. This is how you have a kind of conversation with the examiner. If they ask you about recent personal experience, you can talk about any skill you have learned recently. If you have passed your driving test, you can talk about that. If you have passed your level 2 English or maths or anything, if you have learned some cooking skill, you can talk about that. Oh, recently I started following some, for example, cooking programs on YouTube, and I've learned a lot. And now I'm happy and my family is happy. They love the way I cook and I make very delicious dishes. Guys, you need to have confidence to talk to examiner, and they love when you have a good conversation. If you keep sitting silent or you give like a 1-2 words answer like yes, no, they're not going to give you pass grade. They want you to improve. They want you to have a good conversation. Not very advanced level, a basic level, but at least you should be talking. Yeah? So, to pass this test, you should be able to communicate with the examiner at ESOL entry level 3 or equivalent. And good luck. All the best. If you like this video, give me thumbs up, share with family and friends. Thanks for watching. So guys, this was Trinity College London GESE Grade 5 B1 mock test. You can prepare that in your own style. And I assure you and I guarantee you that you're not going to only pass, you will get distinction. If you have any question, please drop them in the comments section and I would love to get back to you. Thanks for watching.